started.
Ian, right.
Hey guys, it's me, Black Red Minty Plays, and today I'm going to be reading this love story about an attractive man called Ghostface. Have you ever seen a Ghostface with a soft spot for anyone before? No. Exactly, we don't know who we're dealing with. Tara and Sam moved to New York City in hopes of a new life with their friends. Tara quickly becomes friends with another girl staying in the apartment complex called Tanisha Gray. When Tanisha is introduced to the friend group, she meets Tara's very close friend, Chad. Mum's a Chad, who introduces her to his close friend, Ethan Laundrie. Ethan and Tanisha get along right away and develop feelings for each other. Very fast, everything is going well until the friend group learns that Ghostface has returned and has killed 2 people. However, the Ghostface seems to have a soft spot for Tanisha. At least one of the Ghostfaces. Nobody can figure out why, and Tanisha is puzzled. Mindy takes in this information but begins to suspect the only person who would hesitate to kill Tanisha. Love and Betrayal, starring Tanisha, Ethan. Other characters: Tara Carpenter, Samantha Carpenter, Chad Meeks Martin, Mindy Meeks Martin, Quinn Bailey, Annika Congo, Wayne Bailey, Danny Brackett, Kirby Reed, and Gail Weathers. It's almost like Ghostface is obsessed with you, Tanisha. Ethan Laundrie has been taking over my thoughts lately. I was just a lonely New York girl until I met my new best friend Tara Carpenter a couple of months ago. She moved into the city with her older sister and her friend, more than a friend, Chad Meeks Martin, and his twin sister Mindy. They had survived a killing in Woodsboro, but it wasn't just a normal killing. It was a Ghostface killing. A long time ago, Billy Loomis and Stu Marker began killing tons of people while disguised in a black cloak Ghostface mask. Their identities were secret until they revealed to them, planning to kill Billy's girlfriend Sydney Prescott, Gail Weathers, a news reporter, and Dewey Riley, the deputy sheriff, killed both of them. Unfortunately, these killings inspired others, and there has been many Ghostfaces since. Many Ghostface killing sprees, such as the one that happened last year in Woodsboro to my friends. It's even harder on Sam since Billy Loomis is her father. Her man, Richie Kirst, was also the 2 Ghostfaces, with the other one being Tara's ex-best friend, Amber Freeman. I didn't know too much about Ghostface, but I know a lot of the kills that they make with a creepy phone, asking the victim questions about scary movies. I didn't want anything to do with Ghostface. I prayed there would never be a killer in New York. New York has been a good start for Tara and Sam. It has also happened to be a new start for me. I had real friends now, friends that weren't my roommate, Caitlin. I met Tara since her and her other roommates moved into the same apartment complex as me. They were also rooming with some others that introduced me to. Quinn Bailey is the roommate of Sam and Tara. Annika is the girlfriend of Mindy. Saving best for last, Ethan Laundrie is the roommate of Chad. It felt like an instant click. As soon as the whole group was introduced to each other, Ethan and I just felt right. We were both nervous when we first met, but everyone could see us blushing. Trust me, Wendy wouldn't let it go. Hey, I'm Ethan Laundrie. The curly-haired brunette stuttered. Tanisha Gray, I heard you're pretty close with Chad. Ethan smiled. Yeah, he's a great friend. Same with you and Tara, right? Yeah, she's really made me feel special. I've always felt neglected, but she made me feel accepted. Well, you seem amazing to me, Ethan replied. Taking a step closer, I looked to see him smiling. I'll see you around, Tanisha, he said with a laugh. He had the cutest smile with the cutest little fangs. Since then, we've gotten a lot closer. Even more tense, both of us have become part of this newly created friend group. Halloween was coming up. Tara kept bugging me about some frat party she wanted to attend. This week was going to be something. What's next? How many chapters are there in this? There's XIV chapters. XIV. Too many. Tara had convinced me to go to the frat party with none other than Ethan Laundrie. I did know a lot of people attending. Mindy, Chad, Tara, Annika and some others had to sneak out since Sam would never approve. She said Sam would be at therapy. Ethan generously offered the idea of me going with him and Chad. We planned to meet up with Tara at the party. I had no idea what to wear. I wasn't creative at all, so I dressed as a devil. When Ethan and Chad and I entered the party, the sound of loud music filled our ears. We had had fun for a while, and nothing out of the ordinary happened. As I entered another room, I ran into Ethan. "I'm sorry." He apologised. We stood close together, neither of us moving an inch. Me too, I apologised for backing away from his chest. For a few moments, Ethan just stared at me. He didn't even leave me, even for a second. What I said sarcastically, "You're just so gorgeous, Tanisha." In the moments of silence, I saw he began to lean in. This was interrupted when Chad came running over. "Hey, sorry to interrupt," he said, shooting a look at Ethan, "but have any of you guys seen Tara?" "No, we haven't. Is she okay?" I answered, starting to get nervous. I think she's over there." Ethan spoke, pointing to Tara walking up the stairs with some random guy. "That's Frankie. She shouldn't do anything with him," Chad muttered, clenching his fists together, running over to them. Ethan and I just stood close, but unsure of what to do. "Get away from her," Chad shouted. Tara was clearly out of it and still dragged her up the stairs. Tara and older sister Sam came sprinting into the room, then tased Frankie. "Let go, Tara," she said. "Let's go, Tara," she said. "Why do you always have to embarrass me, Sam? Let me live my own life," she shouted. Sam and Tara quickly walked out of the party, and the rest of us quickly followed behind. It's escalated from there. Someone spilled their drink all over Sam, calling her a murderer. She was being blamed by strangers for the murders in Woodsboro that she had been through. I was exhausted. I had a lot of fun. Ethan was just an amazing person to be around, and I liked to see Tara having fun. Well, until the incident with Frankie and Sam happened. I sat in my apartment with Caitlin. My phone started ringing, which startled me at first. "Hello?" "Hello, Tanisha Gray," a scary, unfamiliar voice said. Well, maybe it was familiar. I recognised the voice. It was the voice of every Ghostface had used. A classic man or woman have some dumb motive. They get a voice changer, black coat, Ghostface mark, who knows where, even though it was a simple horror effect Billy Loomis had started the trend of using. It sent chills down my spine. He laughed, an evil laugh, one that was either mocking me or watching me. Before my death, the girl who gets the phone call at the beginning of the Stab movie has always died except Tara. It was a miracle that she survived 1 year. But now it was my turn to have a chance at being the final girl. "Oh no, Caitlin, I'll explain later. But we need to get out of here," I shouted, running up the door. "Tanisha!" I could only manage to choke out one word. "Ghostface." "But Ghostface is gone." I pulled the doorknob, but it wouldn't open. "Going somewhere?" Ghostface answered with a laugh. I'd almost forgotten he was still on the phone. My finger lingered over the bottom. That would end the call. I need to call Tara. She's been through the exact same predicament in Woodsboro, but she would know what to do. She could even come and help me. Because I've never experienced someone or come close to Ghostface attack, I knew he could want nothing more than to kill me. I hoped deep inside of what he would let know. "What do you want?" I whispered, shaking. "I just want to play a game." I tried to ignore the fact that a serial killer in a mask just called me while trying to break into my apartment and kill me. Leave me and my roommate alone, I begged. No promises. What's your favourite scary movie? Ghostface asked. I don't have one. I responded in sheer panic. I began to barricade the door with any piece of furniture that I could find. The sofa, a chair, a table, anything that could hold back, even just a few minutes, anything that could spare Kate and I's lives. That's just not going to work. Are you sure you don't have one? I would think of one if I were you. No, I don't have one. Fine, I guess it doesn't look good for you and Caitlin then. And for you, no. I hung up on him and turned around when I heard banging on the door. The barricades of objects flew, and I ran to the door trying to hold him back. He was too strong. The door was kicked down, and I went flying across the room. Caitlin, run! I shouted as the masked killer entered the room. Ghostface walked mercilessly towards Caitlin without hesitating. Brought his knife down upon her. She screamed as he repeatedly stabbed her, and as I watched in horror. No, no, I screamed, my hand covering my mouth as I watched her stop moving. Caitlin was there before I had even met my new best friends. Although I never considered my close friend until this moment, I had realised she was just as important to me as Tara was. She had been my roommate ever since I moved here. I wasn't sure how I was going to live without her. When Ghostface was done with his victim, he began to walk towards me. I quickly stood up, starting to back off, and looked for a weapon that I could. I ran to the kitchen and grabbed a kitchen knife. He continued to walk towards me. No fear. Was I going to die? Get away from me, I yelled, pointing the knife towards him as tears ran down my cheeks. Why should I? My shaking hand held the phone, trying to look for Tara's contact. Ghostface lunged towards me, knocking the phone out my hand, knocking me to the ground. He lingered on top of me, putting his knife above my throat. More tears rubbed down my face. I don't want to die, I mumbled, closing my eyes for a second. He hesitantly lifted his knife away from my throat and muttered something. I'm not going to kill you. I paused. You're not going to kill me? From what I know, Ghostface never lets his victims go. No, you're just a part of my game, Tanisha Gray. Before I could respond, he sensed his anger. His glove-covered hand. Don't tell my friends about this, or I'll come back for you. I didn't respond. Once again, I was scared to say anything. Do you understand me? He repeated, pressing his hand against my mouth harder. I nodded, shivering. Good. Now pretend like you never saw me. I really don't want to have to kill you, Tanisha. He got up, walking away from me and towards the door. He was really tall and extremely intimidating. There was no way I was going to tell Tara. She had to know Ghostface was probably coming for her next. But why did Ghostface spare me? How long have I been recording for? 13 minutes. I don't know how many more chapters to read. This is quite a long story now.
How many you wish to do?
Because I've got other videos to do as well. I picked myself up and walked around the apartment shaking. I covered when I saw Caitlin's body on the ground. What was I supposed to do? He said he would kill me if I reported his attack to anyone. I would get blamed for poor Caitlin's murder. And I need to get revenge for her. I decided I was going to tell Tara if he tried to come back, I would be ready this time. I opened my door, but there was a piece of paper lying in the walkway. I looked to see if anyone was around, but no one was there. Of course it was late. At night, after all, I picked up the note and began to breathe heavier as I read it. In the colour of blood red, there was a handwritten note. I'm watching you, Tanisha. Oh my God, I mumbled. I had to stay quiet for now. I decided to call the police. I came in and found her body lying there. It felt horrible, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. If Ghostface came back to this apartment complex, he could kill me. Even worse, kill my friends. I jumped when the phone rang, but it was Tara. Hey, what's up, Tara? Tanisha, have you seen the news lately? Haven't really looked. Why? Ghostface is back. And even worse, he attacked me and Sam on the street. He came from an alleyway after calling Sam from Richie's number, then chased us all the way into the bodega, and he injured, or maybe even killed so many people in there. We barely escaped. He ended up fleeing the scene. Tara, are you guys okay? Where are you? I asked in concern. To go to the bodega, only to keep me safer. That's long with Nicki Minaj. Did I really have to keep this a secret if you already knew Ghostface was back? We're okay, but we got questioned by the police. Quinn's police officer father took our case with some help from Kirby, a survivor of one of the sprees a while ago. Tara, listen, something happened. I should have told the police, but I was scared. But I have to tell you. There was silence. I locked everything in my house in fear Ghostface would return. Ghostface broke into my apartment 4 hours ago. He killed my roommate, but he hardly even touched me. He pinned me to the ground and teased me, but then told me he doesn't want to hurt me. Better kill me if I tell anyone. I don't know what's going on, I explained. I blurted everything out. Tanisha, you should have told us. This means you're one of the Ghostface targets too. It's really weird that he didn't attack you, but he's a psycho. He could change his mind at any time. Maybe you should stay in our apartment so we're at least together, Tara suggested. I packed all my important things and made my way to Tara's apartment. I slept there that night, and the next morning our group agreed to meet at the Blackmore University campus to talk more about the Ghostface killings, and for Tara, Sam, and I to share what happened. Should I read any more? It's been 16 minutes. I don't know how many more to read. Everyone sat on benches with me next to Ethan. Mindy paced back and forth in front of us. The killers last time was whiny snowflake film nerds with letter box accounts instead of personalities. You can bet the opposite will be true this time, Mindy said. Anyone in the friend group could be Ghostface or a victim of Ghostface. Which brings us to our current suspects. Wait, am I in the friend group? Ethan stuttered. Everyone nodded. Ethan, why wouldn't you be? Am I going to die a virgin? There was a mixture of silence and laughter. All right, Mindy said, looking at Ethan. He was insane. Mindy made her way over Ethan, the shy, dorky guy. Why, no one suspects he's just so shy and dorky. Chad appeared to be taking notes on Mindy's observations, but how could Mindy accuse Ethan of something like that? I could never have seen sweet Ethan being a serial killer. I couldn't see anyone here being a killer. Okay, wait, why am I on the suspect list? Because I'm randomly Chad's roommate? Roommate lotteries can be junked. You could have fixed it to get next to us. Ethan rolled his eyes, giving me a look of annoyance. Mindy made her way over to Tanisha, the girl who just happened to become friends with Tara. Mindy, this doesn't even make sense. And guess what? We all know you and Ethan like each other, which is why you should just admit what happened. Admit, by the way, what would be more perfect for than the couple duo? It happened to in other sad movies. Ethan and I glanced at each other, a shade of red on our face. Okay, but Tanisha and I are not dating. She just laughed. Not yet. Actually, Mindy, I can assure you that I'm no more of a suspect than Tara or Sam. Ghostface attacked me last night and killed my roommate. Everyone gasped. Tanisha, why don't you tell us? Chad asked, putting a hand on my shoulder. From the corner of my eye, I saw Ethan give Chad a dirty look. He looked up at me down with my face before he put his hand on my other shoulder and moved down to lightly brush it against my hands. Are you okay, Tanisha? We're going to catch him, and I'll make sure of it. I won't let him hurt you. Well, that's the thing. He didn't hurt me. If only he was trying to play with me. After he killed Kate, he just threatened me. Everyone looked at each other in silence, then back at me. This is getting good. Have you heard of a ghost face with a soft spot for anyone else? No, Sam replied. Exactly, we don't know who we're dealing with then. Mindy was now in front of Quinn. Quinn, a horror movie classic. But thank you. How come you live with Sam and Tara? Quinn raised an eyebrow. I answered their ad online. Okay, say no more. Copyright? No. You already implicated yourself enough. Her tone quickly became very serious. It was an enormous ad. Mindy, Tara defended, and you know we vetted her. Plus, Her father is a cop. That makes it more likely she is the killer because having a cop is great coverage. Do you remember how these great movies work? Tara sighed. Tara shrugged. Mindy sighed. Tara shrugged. Mindy went too much. Accused everyone in their friend group, aside from Sam and Tara, had no clue who the killer was, but I really hoped it wasn't anyone in the group. Later tonight, everyone except Ethan was having a sleepover in Tara and Sam's apartment. Quinn was in her room the whole time so far. Ethan had econ, so he couldn't make it. Everything was going well until, of course, all of us were enormously centre picture. I screamed in horror. It was Quinn getting stabbed by Ghostface. "Oh my God," Tara muttered. We all stood up in panic and looked at the door in suspense. Someone was waiting behind us. "Run," Mindy said. The door flew over, revealing Ghostface, who pushed Quinn's lifeless body onto Annika, who tumbled backwards in terror. Annika screamed, trying to wipe Quinn's blood off her. Is that a wasp I hear?
Yeah, a big mofo. Size of a house.
There's one going to come in.
Nicole, there's no wasps coming in. Grow up, please.
Come on, guys. Tara yelled, beginning to run her arm in with Chad. I slowly began to follow him, was still in shock. Ghostface tilted his head, staring at Nita and Mindy through his mask. Oh no, he lunged at them, stabbing Mindy as she screamed, "Mindy!" Shut the door, please, I'm cold. His eyes were now set on Annika, and he charged at her. She hopelessly fought back as he cut her and grabbed her by the throat, lifting her off the ground. Ghostface ignored her screams and pleading. He jabbed the knife into her stomach, carving it into her chest. Poor Annika's screams were the most painful screams I'd ever heard. I couldn't take this anymore. First Caitlin, now my own friend group. I was running to the kitchen in panic. I grabbed the closest thing I could find, a wooden knife block with no knives in it. Anything that could give Annika and Mindy a second chance to escape would do. I ran to Ghostface with all my strength. I whacked him in the head, knocking him to the ground so that Annika could escape. From his strong grasp, Annika squirmed out of his arms and ran towards her girlfriend. Through muffled cries, Mindy held her, assured that she was going to be okay, but Mindy was hurt too. She was worried if she was going to survive it herself. She almost died in the last killings, and it had frightened her into actually fearing Ghostface. "Good boy, Tanisha, come on," Mindy yelled as she ran into another room with Tara, Sam, and Anika. "Just go. I know he's not going to kill me. I'll hold him back, I promise. I'll be there. He could hurt you. It's fine," I assured Mindy, holding my unpowerful weapon in my hand. As they locked the door behind them, Ghostface stood up, a knife in his hand. "Didn't I tell you to listen?" he said, tilting his head. "Get away from me and my friends," I threatened, tears running down my face towards my weapon. He slowly walked towards me. I tried my best to stay calm. If he came close to me, I would just hit him in the head. I had no time for that. He picked up his pace and grabbed my arm. I yelled as he ran towards me and threw me against the wall. While my hands were up against the wall, he stabbed the wall behind me 3 times, once on part of the wall, on the left side, once in the middle, and once in the right. He could never touch my skin, not once. I cried and breathed heavily as he tilted his head again, bringing his mask closer to me and holding his knife close. "You're not going to kill me. Maybe not. Maybe I want to test that, Tanisha." "Not really," I spat, trying to lean further against the wall to get his knife away from my neck. "Oh, but you just look so ravishing, Tanisha. How could I kill you?" The tension was killing me inside. He had full control of the situation. If I lived or died, I was speechless. "Now stay here or else." He released me as I dropped to the ground, hitting my head pretty hard before I could get up, and put his foot on my back and pushed me down. I said stay. He began to kick and pound at the door. My friends were behind. After a lot of kicking, he finally got in. I looked over to see Annika climbing on a ladder that was connected from the window of our bathroom to the person across the complex window. The others were already across, but Annika was just stranded in the middle, crying that she couldn't do it. Ghostface began to shake the ladder in an attempt to knock her off. I couldn't let him kill her. Maybe I was already too late, but I couldn't sit back, no matter how much of doing something was a risk. To my life, I charged at him, but before I even touched him, Annika fell to the death, screaming. Ghostface fell to the ground when I jumped onto him, but Annika was gone. It was too late. But I still had to get across in order to escape from him, so I began to climb out the window, trying to ignore the fact that the person who climbed across before me had died, but Annika was gone forever. At first, I thought maybe that this Ghostface had some sympathy. He was sparing my life for no reason. I thought maybe it meant he had a heart, but after seeing him kill Annika like that, I knew he was just psychotic. There's some weird obsession with me. "Tanisha, you're alive," Tara shouted. "Annika," Mindy yelled once again, looking down at her lover's lifeless body. "I can't do this. I can do this, I told myself, beginning to take my first step. Behind you, a mysterious man at the window yelled. He was holding on to Sam's arm as he appeared, the same age as her. Ghostface grabbed me from the back, yanked me off the ladder in full force. I screamed as I fell backwards through the window onto the bathroom floor. "Tanisha," Mindy screamed. I don't know if I can read the rest of this. Let's see how long it's been. 26 minutes. I do have other videos to do. So,
You have a video then.
oh, it's a shame I can't read the rest of this. This is interesting. It ends at XIV and I'm on V. So it's gonna be really long.
Give it a rest then, partner.
Yeah, I've got to do the outro now. So I'm not going to read the rest till another day. Maybe next year or another week. I hope to finish this story someday because it's really amazing. Ghostface is so attractive.
I know.
But anyways, thanks for watching.
So handsome.
Thanks for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video, which will be a Sims 4 video. Anyway, bye.